Hey folks, welcome to another day, another unboxing. Yes, this is the OnePlus 10T. Ta-da, there it is. Yeah, we're gonna unbox this together, right? Look at that, that's exciting. Okay, well, let's get started. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. We got a divider to start with. And here's the phone. Woohoo! Oh, also comes in a divider. That's jammed in there pretty good. All right, and look at that. We've got a massive charging brick here. Ooh, wow. Holy crap, 160 watt Super VOOC, folks. That means 150 watt charging maybe? Let's see what we got in here. Oof, all rough around the edges there. Aha, Type C to Type C cord. There's one end, and then you can see the other end deep inside here. Makes sense to go with that crazy charger. Well, all right, that's good to know. So that's it for the box. Let's have a look at what's in this divider here before we take a look at the phone. So looks like we want to open this here and see what we got in here. Oh, well, that's a different layout for OnePlus. We got a Type A to Type C adapter. It's the first time we've seen OnePlus provide that in the box. Interesting. We've got welcome and quick start guide, and see what else is in here. We do have some stickers. I was starting to get worried about the stickers. I guess safety information is the last one. So let's have a look at these two real quick, shall we? So we've got the welcome. I guess that's the welcome letter. Never settle. All right. Welcome letter from Pete Lau. Hi there. I'll let you read that. I'm not going to read it. There's a barcode here and SIM removal tool. There you go. All right. And then we've got the start guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Nice. Simple. And the back. There you go. You got different languages. Awesome. Okay, so now we've taken a look at all of this. Let's check out the phone. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we have an IMEI sticker back here. Let's remove that real quick. Ta-da! And oh, this looks a lot like the OnePlus 10 Pro. Whoa, look at that. That glass sandstone-like finish. Very nice. The camera is a little less protruding than on the OnePlus 10 Pro, but here you go. So, looks like the frame is plastic, not metal. That's a bit of a bummer. Wait a minute. There's no alert slider. Oh no. Why OnePlus? Man. All right, let me walk you through the edges. So obviously we have no alert slider because it'd be here. We have a power lock key, plastic chassis here, no antenna bands. That's how I usually know. And we've got a speaker, USB Type-C port, primary microphone, SIM slot, and you have the volume rocker on the left side. And on top, you have another microphone, or maybe actually, you know what? I think this has stereo speakers, and this is the port for the earpiece, so we can get the audio coming out, because this is definitely the secondary mic right here. So that's not too bad. I do like the kind of frosted top and bottom plate, you know, but I'm a bum that this is not a metal frame. It might be inside, but I prefer to have something I'm touching that's metal. So, but I'm pretty sure this is glass in the back. And then some cameras. We'll talk about those in a minute, but let's fire it up real quick and I'll walk you through the specs. All right, here we go. So the first thing you need to know, this has Qualcomm's latest and greatest, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Yeah, that's more efficient and better battery life usually, better thermals than the 8 Gen 1. So that's the big deal. There's either 8 or 16 gigs of RAM and either 128 or 256 gigs of storage, no micro SD, pretty standard stuff. As I mentioned, stereo speakers. This display is an AMOLED, of course. It is a 6.7-inch 1080p panel, right? and adaptive refresh at 120 hertz. And yeah, it's flat, you know, there's no weird curved edges here. That front camera has a 16 megapixel f/2.4 camera, standard stuff on OnePlus phones these days. You know, it's got 1 micron sensors, and that's pretty much all you're getting here. Now, let's talk about the back cameras, because I know you're curious about that, because it does look very similar to the OnePlus 10 Pro, but no, you're not going to get the same level of camera system here. You're going to get a Sony IMX766 as the main sensor. That's a really good sensor, you know, 1 micron pixels, and the pixel bin to 2 microns for 12.5 megapixels. This is a 50 megapixel native sensor. Then it's got OIS, which is good news, and it's got an f/1.8 lens. So this actually is a pretty standard kind of camera setup for mid to high tier OnePlus and, generally speaking, BBK group phones, you know, Oppo, Vivo, and Realme. So that's okay, but the other cameras, 8 megapixel ultra wide, f/2.2, 1.12 micron pixels. It's got 119.9, so almost 120 degree field of view. And then there is a sticker cam. I'm sorry to tell you folks, but 2 megapixel macro. You'll be better off pulling back and zooming 2x with the main sensor, because that 2 megapixel macro, you know, it's gonna have a fixed focus lens. It's just not gonna get the job done. So it's just there for decoration. I really wish they would just get real and take these out. But hey, there's a cool LED flash setup here though, with multiple LEDs at different color temperatures, which is cool. Now you're probably wondering about batteries. So that's where it's really interesting. This is a 4800 milliamp hour battery system, which is made of 2 cells, 2400 milliamp hours. And that means you get 125 watt charging. That's right. That's quite something. That explains the 160 watt charging brick. Now you have to understand that I believe this is the same setup as 150 watt charging that we've seen on other OnePlus phones abroad and on other BBK group phones, but because of US voltage and current, it's limited to 125 watt. So I'm pretty confident that if you use this 160 watt brick in Europe on 240 volts, you're going to get 150 watt charging on this phone. So yeah, that's it basically, folks. The OnePlus 10T. There's no wireless charging. There's no alert slider, which is really a bummer. Of course, no headphone jack, but you do get stereo speakers. None of that is too surprising. No official water resistance rating either. But again, no alert slider, no wireless charging. These two kind of hurt. And the rest of the package is pretty great. Yeah, that's it, folks. A quick look at the OnePlus 10T. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, click the little notification bell below, and tell me in the comments, is this going to be the phone for you? Are you excited about this phone? Do you want to buy it? Let me know. Can you live without the alert slider? Can you live without wireless charging? Tell me in the comments. And folks, remember, this is a compliment to my podcast at mobiletechpodcast.com, or on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Spotify, everywhere good podcasts can be found. So please subscribe to the show so you can hear my thoughts and hear my review of this phone. And then finally, there's a Patreon. If you want to help out the channel, patreon.com/TNKGRL. That's patreon.com/Tankero. I have a video version of the podcast available there as a tier. I have a Discord server available as a tier. I got a bunch of other perks. Check it out. Help me out. I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you next time with another video. Cheers, everybody.